Forget it. I give up. Why prepare? Nothing's ever going to happen. It's a waste of money. It's challenging to your psyche. It is just weird. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This is how a lot of people feel. A lot of people feel this way about prepping. They think we're weird, they think we're crazy. But let's get into some things about it. Should we just give up? I mean, you know, a lot of people think things are looking really good in this country and have a lot of potential for improvement over the next couple of years. Well, maybe, but that doesn't mean we should give up, does it? We could save money, we could go on vacations, we could buy a new car, you know, we could buy a new device, a cool thing, more electronics, bigger TV, all those kind of things, instead of buying preps. Well, let's think about that. A lot of people, I think, tend to go the route that SHTF is going to be like this world-ending apocalyptic event. Well, you know, that's not necessarily the case. Your SHTF could be a personal SHTF. It could be you get injured. You suffer an injury that makes you unable to work. Or say you lose your job. That could be an SHTF. And if you don't have stuff set aside for preparedness, food, water, stuff like that to survive, you may not make it because things cost money. Eggs. I'm so glad I have friends that can provide eggs. Seriously though, it could be something on a smaller scale like that. It could be a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, wildfires. It could be a lot of different things. It's not always going to be the zombie apocalypse, the total collapse of society. Preparedness is just a natural thing. Look at squirrels putting away food for the winter, right? Look at nature. Just go to nature for an example of preparedness. Look at bears, how they eat up a bunch of food and get fat before winter. Yeah, look at our ancestors. My grandparents and their parents always had a root cellar, a basement, some area where they had home canned goods from their garden. Oh yeah, by the way, they had gardens also. That's another good way to have self-sufficiency and to mitigate the effects of an SHTF event, whether it be a personal SHTF, a broad scale SHTF, or you know, anything like that. It doesn't have to be, like I said, world ending. Now, could it go that route still with all the stuff going on in this world today and the apparently better situation that we might be facing? I hope it's true. I hope it is better. I hope that things will get a lot better. But the fact is that our national debt is still untenable. The fact is that there's a lot of issues in the world today. The fact is that there are a lot of things going on that could affect us, no matter who is in office or no matter who is doing what. These are all things that need to be thought about. These are all things that are out there. These are all things, excuse me while I go through all these bushes and trees. These are all things that could affect us greatly. So, should we just give up? No, I don't think so. I think we should double down. Should we take a breath and relax a little bit? Maybe. I think people get a little too stressed about it, a little too freaked out about it, and are maybe just a little bit too hardcore about it. Now, am I telling you to slack off? No. I feel it's very important. And one thing I would like to recommend people do better at with preparedness, there's two things. that I feel that people probably aren't doing that well at preparedness. And number one is water. You know, everybody talks about food storage and stuff like that, and that's, you know, a little more on the glamorous side, because you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, it's cool. It looks more interesting, I guess, to me, to see like a big, huge, massive mound, or a storage unit full, or a shed full, or your house full of all this food. But we can live a long time without food, right? Water. I mean, seriously, that is where I think a lot of preppers can do better. I'm not saying fail at, but definitely can do better, because we have to have water, right? I mean, that's just a fact of life. We have to have 1 gallon per person per day for however long you want to live. So how long do you want to live? And that 1 gallon per person per day is only drinking water. That's only to drink, not to bathe, not to water your garden, not to water your animals, not to wash dishes, not to do anything like that. Not to reconstitute all those beans and rice that you have. So think about that. It's gonna take a lot more than 1 gallon per person of water a day. So how do you store it? Well, we store it in 55-gallon drums, 30-gallon drums, lots of different containers. I store water in almost any kind of container there is. But what I do is I differentiate between potable water, which is drinking water, and non-potable water, because I'll store non-potable water in empty cat litter jugs, those plastic jugs that cat litter comes in. Now that's just for watering the garden and or, you know, things like that. It's not for drinking. There are a lot of ways to store water. It takes up a lot of space, it weighs a lot, but it is fairly easy. So another thing is, because it takes up a lot of space and it is very heavy, we need to have ways to replenish that stock, right? Just like food. Food storage, same with water storage, it's just an emergency part. We need to be focusing on being able to produce our own food, being able to gather our own water, locate our own water. So with that said, you need to identify all the sources of water around you, whether it be lakes, rivers, streams, ponds, town water supplies, people's pools, all these things. Because the fact is, you will run out if it's a long event. If it's a short event, you know, maybe you'll be good. The other thing that is less emphasized, I feel, in the prepper community is fitness. And yeah, that is so important. I was not able to work out yesterday or today because I'm sick. You probably noticed that in my voice maybe, but yeah, I'm feeling like total crap. But you know, I gotta suck it up and put out content for you guys. Fitness is very key, because no matter what goes on, we will have more demands on us of a physical nature during any kind of SHTF, especially long-term SHTF. We will have to get out and forage more, garden more, hunt, fish, you know, all those kind of things. We'll have to do a lot more active things and less sedentary things. We won't be able to just sit around. We won't just go to the office. We won't be able to just sit at home and, you know, relax. So fitness is going to be vital. Now, you don't have to be an ultra marathoner. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. Excuse the plane noise. I know we have, you know, planes all over. It's a very nice day. We don't get many days this nice in this area very often, but yeah, prepping is very important. Don't think that everything's going to be perfect now, please. Now is the time to maybe take a breath, but to continue. There's a lot of things to think about, skills and other things. But anyway, so are preppers crazy? I hope we're proved crazy, you know, and I hope all this stuff goes to waste, even though it won't, because a lot of it will be there for our kids. That's my hope. But, you know, time and history has proven that's not the case. Whether it's a personal SHTF, like I said, you lose your job, somebody gets injured, for some reason you give financial hardship, you know, whatever it may be. We will suffer setbacks and we will have problems in our lives. I'm so grateful that I'm a prepper because I can feed my family. Because, you know, financial struggles are real. Especially not being able to go outside and get a job and work. Because my wife has lupus. She's only able to stay out of bed a couple hours a day. Luckily, she can still bathe herself, and that's about it. That's all she can do. So with everything I have to do, you know, it's a lot. And it has really put a financial strain on us. That's one reason why I would like to build this whole platform and all the other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, etc., to produce more income for us. I appreciate all you guys that have been here, all the people that are still watching at this point in the video. Thank you very much. If you're still here, please subscribe. Please hit that like button, you know, do the comments, all the stuff that helps us out. That'll be really appreciated. We've been at this almost 7 years, and I feel I should have a lot more subscribers, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to keep going forward, and we will get there. We will get over 100,000 subscribers someday. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.